Hello, fellow Springfieldians. It's Ello here, and I'm very, very glad to announce that we will be releasing a new series, which is going to be looking at designs from event prizes from events. So, at the end of every event, what we're going to do, the day after the event's finished, we're going to be looking at some people's designs and what people have done with certain event prizes. And those people that send me those designs will be getting a shout out for their YouTube channel as well. So yes, okay, let's get started. So here we go. So this, I'm sorry, and these few images are not very good quality. So I apologise about that. But anyway, this is from Line of the God, and it's basically I've just shown this design because he's got the Millhouse Chinese Dragon by this very cool looking design of this Great Wall of China design, maybe. That might be the Great Wall of China, but he's got dragons in there in the background, which makes it look quite cool, I thought. So yes, yeah, and please go sub to him because he's a new channel and he needs sub. We need to get him up to 50 as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, and also, I really like what he's done with Grandpa Van Houten's RV because it's near like forest, like a forest, and like there's a little tent there in the background, so it gives it a nice foresty feel, which is quite nice because it feels like more of a camping vehicle than say a caravan, if you know what I mean. Like they might go camping in and not just go by the seaside buy food, that sort of thing. So I think it looks nice by a forest, in my opinion. So yeah, yes, and we've got this one with the marine one being around some um, military planes and vehicles by the hangar 1F. Yep. So yeah, very good. And also, I really like this design. It's really creative. It's got well, it's got Luigi's, and backing onto it is Springfield's Little Italy. And this is quite effective because obviously um, I like the idea of when you go out the back of Luigi's, you get into Springfield's Little Italy, which is quite nice, really, and it looks good. So I definitely recommend using that. And here we go. We've got the Solvang Air in the airport section. Um, yes, yeah. So and here we go. So we're on to a friend of mine called Nice Ice Plays. Please go and subscribe to him because he's nearly at 100 subs and we need to get him there. Yes. And anyway, so I really like his design with the vineyard and the Solvang air. And I think his vineyard design is really effective because it's got trees around it that complement with the farm or the vineyard, sorry. Um, so it looks really nice, and I like the dirt next to it as well because obviously there's going to be some dirt because they're getting cars up and down and things like that. So yeah, it looks really cool, and I like how the Solvang air blends in with it. I imagine the Solvang air not being in an airport. I imagine it sort of being around trees, but I didn't see an episode, so that might just be me, having weird thoughts about things. But I think it would look nice within trees because it looks a bit bland just on pavement, in my opinion. So that might be a way of bringing that to life if because of the well, it's a nice decoration. Don't get me wrong, but I think it would be, you know, it will look better with that contrasting green shades, maybe. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so the next one we have got gaming with Fufi, and yes, please go and subscribe to her. We need to get her to 100 subscribers because she deserves it. Yes, and we have got the gelato cart. Um, and I really like how she's put it on her squid port with all the other stands, and I think it just is a really nice addition that blends in really well in this environment, and that is what you want. You want your Springfield to look like. So if you're gonna imagine that you were there in real life, it you know you wouldn't notice that someone had designed it, if you know what I mean. It looks so real that it's so good, and I think that this town definitely is one of those towns. So yes, great feature. Okay, and here we've got Kessel Gamer 3 or something like that. I think precisely it's Kessel GAM 3 underscore R. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. But I really, really love this Van Houten Villa design because what he's done is he's managed to put a lot of the prizes into just one design, and it looks really, really nice. And the trees around it as well, and that's kind of how you would imagine it in real life. And I managed to watch the episode, and it was in Costa Rica with loads of trees around it. So maybe if you put trees around it, maybe some more trees and things like that, that would look good. And yes, but I think it looks really effective. And the gates at the front with the RV, that looks really nice. That's another really good use for the RV. So yes. Okay, and the next one. So this is the same person who has put in the vineyard near sort of their sort of more natural area where there's more nature, and it blends in really, really well with everything else. And it can look good on its own in this environment. It can be its own building, although it does look nice with some trees around it. But it's got that here. It's around the natural bit of the town. Okay, and yes, so this is the same person who has put the Solvang Air and the Marine One in a sort of airport section, or well, there's some rockets in the background, so an airport and all of that, really. So yeah, that sort of themed thing, which goes quite well. Lovely. Okay, and here we are. We have got Crikey Mudkip um, that we need to get to 150 subscribers. So please, please go and subscribe to him. And I really, really like on this design how he's put the Millhouse bounce house and the gelato cart and the Millhouse squishy machine all together. I think that looks really, really nice. Just paying attention to that particular bit because I think it's nice to have it in a row, and he's done it in a way so that you can see all of the decorations. Because I know the Millhouse bounce house does tend to dominate the area around it, but I think what Crikey Mudkip's done here is really, really effective. Okay. And yes, so this is a random person who I got uh, with this design from. Um, but I thought this was really effective because, well, you've got the happy birthday and you can kind of see the house as well, which is quite nice because that's one of the reasons why I didn't put it in front of the house was because the archway did obscure the view of the house a little bit, but this looks really good and it blends in really well. Um, yes, and I think again this is really, really nice. And the gelato cart at the front there, yeah, looks very realistic. Okay, and we've got another one from my friend Nice Size Plays, and I think this looks really, really nice because Springfield's Little Italy leads on to Nonna Sofia Mussolini's vineyard, and it just looks really nice. And it's like you've entered Italy, and then you get to the farm and the vineyard, sorry. And I think that just looks really, really nice. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is another random design, but I like the idea as this is a long decoration, the Millhouse Dragon. Um, I think it would look really good on pavement, like if say if you were having a town square or something and you had hedges and then just to fill that gap of like just pavement, just grey. it's really, really nice, and it contrasts really well with maybe some pavement and maybe a bit of hedge. That would look really, really nice, I think. Yes, and here we go. This is another random design, but this person has put the scooter, um, well, in place of a parking lot, really. Um, so it's like all parked up, which is quite nice. And also another idea for you guys is that I know there's other scooters or another scooter that's similar to this one. So if you wanted to put them together, then that would also look really nice. So it'd be like a scooter parking area, which would be that would look really cool as well. And also, I think the same applied with the Millhouse Chinese Dragon. You could put the scooter like a town square, and it would look really cool because obviously with the scooter you might be able to go off road a little bit. So that would look really, really realistic and look really, really nice. Okay, and so this is a design by OV Jumbo YT. Yes, so please, please go and subscribe to him, and we need to get him to 200 subscribers. So yes, and this is the vineyard, and I really, really like how the flowers contrast with the vineyard and the hedges. I think it looks really, really nice. So well done to him. Okay, so that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you did. And yeah, I hope you're looking forward to this in the future. And we're going to be doing some more of this with maybe some more particular buildings as well, which deserve their own video on how to design them. So you guys won't be stuck on like thinking, what should I do with this building? Which is, I know, a question that a lot of people have unanswered. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like this new series that I'm starting at the end of every event. And I'll see you for the next video on probably a walkthrough. Okay, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. It means the world to me.